What's up, everybody? This is Trinity Gamer 333 here with another video for you today on the Xenoverse 3 series video. And for those of you that don't know or are new, this is a series of video in which I'm going to be talking about the potential ideas for Xenoverse 3 and what they could implement into the next installment in the franchise. And this is a collection of the community's ideas as well as my own. And I like to call this game the Dragon Ball game to end all Dragon Ball games. And today we'll be talking about Part 3, Character Creation, Sub-Part 1, Saiyans. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So in Xenoverse 1 and 2, you were very limited on, well, not necessarily limited, but you were somewhat limited on your character creation with all of the character races. And you could choose different colors and all that stuff and different hairstyles. And that was good. But I think the overall view, I think that honestly for Saiyans to really get in depth for them, you should be able to unlock all Super Saiyan forms and the Ozaru forms. The hairstyles need to be unique, have each unique Super Saiyan hairstyle as well. So, I think that every single Super Saiyan hairstyle should be able to, spike up like they normally do in the show, and not necessarily just sometimes stay down or even stay normal what they are. They need to have their own unique take on the Super Saiyan hairstyle. Every time a Saiyan loses, I think that they should get an experience boost, and more than other races due to a Saiyan Zenkai boost. And I think that this is just like kind of a unique trait that the Saiyans will have, kind of like the other characters will have as well, where they gain better experience after they lose, and that way it boosts them up and boosts their attack and helps them be able to level up faster. And I think that they need to be very balanced and focus on physical power and ki power. They need to be a balanced race between physical and ki. And then they also need to have a special skill, the Satellite Moon and the Zenkai boost as well, as I talked about. Now the Satellite Moon will only be usable when they have the Ozaru form attached, and then they can create their own Satellite Moon, kind of like Vegeta does in the series, to transform into the Ozaru instead of having to have an actual moon on the stage. So now let's talk about the unique character creation options. I believe that there should be a tail option, whether you want to have a tail as a Saiyan or not, not just make it a part of a costume like they did in Xenoverse 2. There needs to be special Saiyan armor, kind of like Vegeta and Raditz have, and I know it was the Frieza armor, but I think that there should be a special type of armor for the Saiyans. You should be able to pick your backstory, whether you're a low-class warrior like Goku was, or you were a special elite like Vegeta was, or any kind of other option like that. I think you should be able to pick where you come from, and that kind of determines where you'll go. And then I think you should also pick a starting level between 5 and 10,000. And I'll talk about that more in a later video involving the power levels in the game, but just an option. And I think you should also choose whether you were raised on Earth, and your stats will be lower, but you will have faster growth. As you saw with Goku, he grew a lot faster than Vegeta was, but he also started a lot lower. Or raised on planet Vegeta, and you start with higher stats, but your growth rate is a lot slower, and that can also be a part of your backstory as well. And again, for the Satellite Moon to become a giant ape if there's no moon on the map. Now, let's talk about the Saiyans' transformations and all their forms that I think that the Saiyans should have. And I know a lot of you are probably going to disagree with me because the Saiyans already are very pumped up as is, and they already have a lot of forms to begin with. But honestly, if you want to really get into the story and you want to have your own Saiyan and you want to make his own backstory, I think that all of these should be included. So let's start with the regular Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, the same level of Super Saiyans from Xenoverse 2, and the same stats as well that go along with those, or varied depending on how each of the other boosts are to the character. Super Vegeta, same as Xenoverse 2 as well. The Ozaru form, I think that the Saiyans should be able to become a great ape, same stats as the giant Namekian. I think this should be a transformation that they have from the beginning. And I say that because all Saiyans are born with a tail, and they are born with the ability to turn into an Ozaru. And I think that right from the beginning, as soon as you create your Saiyan character, that is something they should be able to do. Ultra Super Saiyan. So the big buffed up version, like Trunks did against Cell, the Super Saiyan Grade 3. I think that this should be a transformation as well. Just it kind of mimics the max power for the humans, but again, I'll talk about that in the humans video. But it's a buffer version, but your speed decreases by 10%, but your attack power increases by 20%. Mastered Super Saiyan. So the Super Saiyan that has been mastered and powers is right, and the power is right before Super Saiyan 2, or you can call it Super Saiyan Grade 4. And the stats are 5% above Super Saiyan 1, but right below Super Saiyan 2. And when I'm telling you all these percentages, I'm going to talk about what I think each percentage should be in another video, and they might actually change as I work this out a little bit more than from what I'm saying now. So just kind of take that with a grain of salt in what I'm saying right now. But otherwise, let's move on. Super Saiyan 4. I think you should be able to become a Super Saiyan 4 and increase all your stats by 20. And this should be able to put this in the transformations so you can become 1, 2, 3, and then 4, depending on key level, kind of like how they do it for 1, 2, and 3 in the regular, or in Xenoverse 2. And I just think that way you can do it like a progression system as well. Super Saiyan God. This is the God form with the red base hair and the fire aura. Stats increased by 20%. Key and speed are increased by 25%, but you need to have God Key equipped to be able to make this work, and I will talk about that again later. Super Saiyan Blue, the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan transformation. All stats are increased by 30%, attack increased by 33%, and key by 32%. And you can go into Super Saiyan God, then the Super Saiyan Blue form depending on the key control. And also future Super Saiyan should be added in there as well. So this is kind of just a generic overview of the Saiyans and what I think that they should add for the Saiyans into the next game and the different options they should give. And so if you guys like this video, subscribe to me and leave a like and a comment. And on the next video, we'll be in part 3, character creation, sub part 2, humans. So until next time, guys, thank you guys very much for watching and have a great day. See ya.